Welcome to the Business Spotlight. My name is Kay Cote, and I am your podcast host for today's episode. Today on the show, we have Ramin Jahedi, CEO of Black Ops Agency, as my guest. We're going to be learning about his business, his journey to business ownership, best practices he's learned along the way, as well as some challenges that he's faced to give you that inside look to what it's like to run and operate a business. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to like and subscribe to get notified when we drop episodes like this. Well, welcome to the show, Ramin. It's so great to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course. Well, before we dive into all things business, I would love to learn and share a little bit about you. So feel free, share a bit about yourself.
Sure, my name is Ramin Jahedi. Currently, I'm the CEO of Black Ops Agency. It's a media and go-to-market strategy agency in Austin, Texas. And I came to the United States in 1993. My story is very fascinating because I didn't have any money. I couldn't speak the language, and I just got to Austin, and I started working as a dishwasher in the local pizza place. And after a while, I became the manager for that place and moved on to another restaurant as a dishwasher again in an Italian restaurant in Austin, Texas, and made my ranks and up the ladder. I became the general manager for that Italian restaurant, and after almost 5 years, I bought my own restaurant in Austin, Texas, downtown, Piccolo Italian restaurant, and it was fun. It was fun. Being a restaurateur is not easy, but I always tell everybody if you want to get into the business, especially entrepreneurship, just go and work in the restaurant. You would learn a lot from the social skills to the operation process, procedures, everything that you need to know about business. You can learn there. So
Oh,
go ahead. What you said?
I was gonna say, oh wow,
Oh,
restaurant business is not easy.
it's tough. It's tough, but you learn a lot. You learn a
Mm.
lot. And then when you graduate from that kind of environment, anywhere else you go, it would be much easier. It would be much easier. After that, I sold a restaurant and I started consulting with the food industry, Jack in the Box, and a couple of other big brands. Then I got started my own consulting firm, Canny Solutions, and we did customer service management consulting. And I did that for a while, and then I switched to technology. I got my degree at age 40. For some of you that you're listening right now, do not give up. Age is just a number. I got my degree at age 40. You can do it as well. Just keep going, keep doing it. But I learned the technology and, kind of connect the technology to human aspects of the business that I had experience with in the social environments. I started the Black Ops Agency 14 years ago, and it's been doing great. It's been doing great. We have privilege to work with a lot of clients.
That's an incredible journey. And like you have such a robust knowledge base of different types of businesses and industries you've been in and different positions as well.
Yep, yep. And it's as I said, it's not easy, but you got to go through it. You got to go through it.
Very true. Well, this is already setting up to be a great conversation, especially with, just the like what you've shared so far. And so now I kind of want to focus on how did you get into like what was your why for getting into Black Ops or starting Black Ops? Like was there a moment it just hit you or a demand or a need in the industry? Why did you get into Black Ops?
This is, I'm so happy you asked that question because most of us, as Simon Sinek says, we know what we do, we know how we do it, and we don't know why we are doing it. The why is a big part of not only me, you, anybody in the business or anybody who wants to go in the business. That part, why, is such an important question because if you don't know why you're doing for what you're doing, why even you doing it.
Mm,
And for me, it was very important because during my journey in and working with the corporate, with the clients, I figured out that story of every business is everything. And I said, okay, how can we connect this storytelling into the modern technology that benefit businesses from a small, medium-sized business to the big businesses. And we started a Black Ops agency with one goal in mind to tell their stories and bring their stories to life and increase online visibility for our clients through the digital foundation that we built. But when you tell people a story, you actually doing something very important because it doesn't matter what you do, but people they work with people. People they want to know who you are before even you offer your services. They always say people they say that sell the benefits, don't sell the technical. Like, oh, we have this software, we have this, that software, we have the best technology, but what are the benefits? What are the value you offer? That's most of the business are missing this part that is about helping people or your client to amplify their business, their stories.
100%. That's such a golden nugget. Knowing your why is huge. And that keeps you focused. That keeps you like persevering through the moments that the business is tough because you remember the why you're doing it. I think that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wish more people think about this because we all start doing something personally, professionally, and we are wonder sometimes, why are we here? Why are we doing it? Why we are in this relationship? Why we are in this business? Why I even start this conversation with XYZ? And when you think about it deeply, you say, oh, okay, I really don't know my why. Why did I do that? And you're not going to understand your why if you don't connect with yourself.
Mm,
Because if you connect with yourself, you can connect with others. That's the key. People they misunderstand that you have to know yourself before you're gonna get to know anybody else. That's the
ah,
key in business or life. It doesn't matter.
it's so true. One of my mantras every day, or when I need it, I say, know thyself. Know thyself, and the rest kind of works itself out. And you know then where to go. You're like, okay, this is true to my why, myself. Then it can help navigate through choices where you're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what business to choose." And sometimes it takes a few times through to get it right, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We go through this journey, we make mistakes, but we
Mm,
just gotta, get up, dust ourselves, and keep going. That's part of life. That's part of your journey.
mm, definitely. And looking at, you know your why, and now you know where you're going. I'd love to learn about the team you're developing or have developed over the years and what that looks like. So, how many team members are you currently at, and what is your company culture like?
It's a great questions. Currently, we have like 7 people and full time, and we use a lot of freelancers, lots of talented people. We call it the strategic partners. This is my philosophy, to actually work with others because you can't do anything without the help of other people. We're not perfect. There's a lot of talents out there that we work with, and you know, we have a lot of projects we have done together, and I love working with these people. They are very talented, but things happen when people coming together.
Yeah.
Always, always like that. And for some companies, it's hard to admit that, but you really have to understand that you can make things happen when you ask for help. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We are specializing in a go-to-market strategy and video production and the media and storytelling. But if you're asking me about, some AI that I'm going to implement to my business, I have a strategic partner and I bring him in. And I work with those people because I trust them. They're going to serve my clients as I serve them. And
Mhm.
that's important for us, the collaboration. There is no such a thing as competition. And then when you have that mindset in your business, the culture will create it by itself. Because it's a great culture and company is always based on the who is going to lead the company. Because people looking at you, People looking at you, how you act, how you talk, how you walk. Are you with your team? Are you asking for help? Most of the leaders, unfortunately, they don't ask for help. You know,
Yeah.
people, they are there because they want to be there. And most of the people, they don't quit jobs because of the job. They quit jobs because of the leader. And this has been proven many times, many times.
That's a huge golden nugget of this conversation because that touches true to so many CEOs, founders, business owners, that like building the folks you work with and finding the right fit and building your company culture all lead to a strong foundation into how the company is going to grow for sure.
Yeah, we do have a very unique culture, we don't leave anybody behind. We help one another. If we need help, we ask questions. Sometimes I ask questions from my staff that they are younger than me. They are in 20s, and I say, "Hey, can you help me out with this? This is the new AI tools, but I know you work with it. But can you just tell me how it works?" And he says, "Are you serious?" I say, "Yeah, I need help." And when you ask them genuinely that you need help, that will motivate them because you're
Mhm.
not looking at them as just the numbers, they exist. You
Mhm.
appreciate their existence in the environment that you're trying to build. And then when you do that, trust will shape. Trust, trust will appear. And every culture is based on the trust. If I can't trust you to tell you what is in my mind, if I cannot trust you as my leader, come tell you that I am facing this challenge, and what is the point? I just go to work, do my thing, and go home. You know, you have some policies, you have some procedure where everybody respects that, but at the end of the day, is a teamwork,
Yeah.
and teamwork is so important because we are all in it together. We're all
Yes.
going toward one goal, and we're all going that way.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, incredible. Well, I love to dive into this deeper. And, one part of the conversation I like to share with our other business owners some transparent moments. And that includes, like us all, but all of us business owners do, we are faced with so many challenges. And
We are.
so I would love to share what is something you're challenged with right now in your business, whether it be growth related or, any aspect that's been on your mind that you're working through right now.
Yeah, since that we are media and go to market strategy, digital strategy, rise of AI is helping and is hurting.
Mm,
And as a leader of the company, I realized that we have to start adapting the new thing.
mhm,
Some people think that they're going to lose their job because of the rise of the AI or the usage of the artificial intelligence, but it's not like that. If you
mm,
cannot use AI, you might be in danger. It's like other tools. For example, Salesforce, CRM. Those are the tools you have to learn. Of course, the AI is much smarter, and it's gonna get smarter and smarter every day. Like every morning I get up and something new is out there. Especially in
yeah.
our field. Is a threat? Maybe. Is it advantage? Absolutely. And we are right now trying to adapt and kind of pivot a little bit and use AI technology as a tool, not only for us, for our clients, because we are really into education. We have to educate our clients. We are not here to sell. We are here to educate and help them to grow and make money, like the
Yes.
profit. The profit will come at the end of the work. So the challenges are the rise of technology, finding the right person that knows how to work with artificial intelligence. And right now, a lot of tech companies, they're laying off people because they're replacing them with the AI by they're making mistakes. Because the conversation that you and I we have right now, we cannot replace that with AI. It might get close, I don't know, in my lifetime, but it's not going to be Kay and I. We're sitting and talking here one on one. and we exchange emotional face expression and ideas, because on the spot you ask me a question and I will respond to your questions. That goes to my emotion, to my mind, and then I will answer your question. Is challenging, but we have to go through it. Like anything else is life, we have to go through it. Like I remember 9/11 happened, and a lot of business, they went out of business. COVID happened. COVID happened for us, and we overnight we lost $100,000 a month, something like that, because
Yeah.
we are the go-to-market strategy, helping people to just from social media to anything, and they all cut their budget, they stopped because nobody were visiting their establishment.
Yeah.
And I remember that, going back to the culture, you said we created such a culture that we said we all together, we all in it, one for all for one. And I had a meeting with everybody and I said, guys, listen, this is such a rough time. I can let you go, laying you off. Yeah, but how can we fight this? Go home and think about it and let me know.
Hmm.
And the next day, everybody came back and they said, we have our own, private meeting as a team members, and we decided to fight alongside with you. I said, what does that mean? He said, okay, nobody's going to get paid, but we're going to fight this, go through it together.
Hmm.
And that moment, it was really for me like shocking that, is it really some people that still think like that they're going to
Hmm.
fight that shows loyalty, that shows that we build the right culture. And then we all fought together for 6 months and we got it back. We got it back. And that was very encouraging for me. And after that, we're still together, we're doing things together, but it made us much stronger with the challenges that we have.
Wow, that's an incredible story. It just shows that you're always in the momentum, looking forward and growing. And before we wrap up the
Yep.
podcast, I love to go into a fun rapid fire Q&A where I
Sure.
ask four questions and you
Sure.
answer very top of mind.
Sure.
All right. So question number one is, what is the key to success for you?
Me, persistence.
It's a good one. Number two is, what is a piece of advice you have for other business owners?
Find your why.
Definitely. That's a good one. Number three is, what is a book or piece of content, could be an article, podcast you've taken in most recently?
And I was reading the Leaders Eat Last with the Simon Sinek, that
Yeah,
book, and I listened to the audiobook. That's the amazing audiobook you guys who listen you can read. But for the people that go to business, start with why. Please read that.
it's a great book too. Final question in the rapid fire. If you could wave a magic wand and improve one aspect of your business, what would it be?
Hmm, that's a good one. Get a bigger office. Because we are growing and we need a bigger office, and because we do a lot of production, we need a bigger studio, and I wish I had that magic wand. I said boop and do that, but we're working on it. We're working on it. It's gonna happen.
Oh, I love that. Well, before we get to our final question today, how can people connect with you and your business online?
The fastest way to connect with me, if you have any question, at my Instagram, which is at talk number two Rami, at talk to Rami. I'm a talk show host and a podcast there, and I respond to all the messages by myself, even though I have a team, and of course the LinkedIn. Ramin Jahedi on the LinkedIn.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Rami, for our final question today. What is most inspiring to you today?
Is I get up every day and I see people are fighting to make it, and when I see those people how hard they're fighting to go through things, and I get inspired. I said, man, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep fighting, and being grateful at the same time. And I'm grateful to be here with you today, and I'm grateful to even get up this morning and come here and have a conversation with you.
Oh, thank you so much. That inspired me and fueled me for the day. So I really appreciate you
You're
being on.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much.